Okay, hello folks. Again, just another update video on the 2022 Toyota Tundra TRD off-road. You guys might be getting sick of my videos, I don't know, maybe it's not such a big deal anymore, but I still like talking about it, so you can watch it or not. Still looks great, you know, still just humming along, no problem. I got it about 9,700 kilometers on it, so nearly 10,000 K, which would be around 6,000 miles, I think. So not a ton. I mean, you know, I've owned it for 6 months. I tend to be a 20,000 kilometer a year driver, and so that's about right, you know, so it's about halfway there. Everything's been fantastic. I have no complaints. I've had nothing go wrong, no issues at all. I tow my boat, I tow my tandem axle. I have a big heavy tandem axle over there that actually has a big huge bouncy castle on it, like all that kind of stuff that I just do. I know that all that isn't crazy weight, but it's very nice and a half ton and it's handling it really well. I guess the one reason I wanted to make this video today was to tell you guys that yes, I would say I am a Toyota fanboy. I have the Toyota thing there. Don't mind me, guys, we're doing a big purge, so we got a dumpster. I have this Toyota, of course, I have my old Toyota over there. I get it. But I think the reason I decided to buy a Tundra was because I trust Toyota, I trust the process, and I was basically thinking, like, this is my first ever new truck. I want to buy a Toyota. I'm going to buy one and I'm going to keep it for as long as I can. I'm not interested really about trade value and everything else, because the reason I bought a Toyota was to last me that long time. I know that maybe it's not the same as it was, I get that, but I still have to trust the process. So that being said, we got our first scratch on the Toyota. We've got a little bit of bumper rash kind of over here. Just gotten a little, somebody got a little too close to us, and a little bit right there. You know, it's funny, when I first saw that I wanted to freak out, but then I was like, you know what, it's my truck now. I've got the scratch on it, it's fine, I'm okay. And at the end of the day, it's a piece of plastic. I know everyone's thinking, oh, you could just replace it, and I was going to replace it, but now I just think it's just part of my truck. It's mine now. So anyways, all is well with it. Let's see. Now I do have a 6-year-old daughter, so I have no idea. The inside is typical. We've got some kids' Crocs. We got my dog's food bowl. We've got a step stool because I have a sister-in-law who's very short and requires that to get in the truck even with the running boards. And I have a 6-year-old daughter, so I've got some, you know, one McDonald's container. That's from last night. I'm not a slob. It's just from last night. I could take it out now. And just your typical kind of inside. It does need a clean, yep. And next time I get an oil change, my dealership is really reasonable for their cleaning rates. So I'll get them to detail it. Yeah, just a flyer or something here. You know, just a lived-in truck, guys. Like, it's just honest. I love it every day. I smile when I get to it, when I get to drive it. Everything is good. Can't really complain. These are a larger, slightly larger, more aggressive tire. So I never expected like super fuel economy, but I find if I drive this vehicle at or above, in our case, at or above 20 kilometers above the speed limit, my my fuel mileage is good. Like, our main highway here is the 401. I can say travel half an hour down the 401, so 50 kilometers, say, and it gets in that 10th gear, and it just goes down to, like, I don't know, 11.5 liters per 100, which is very respectable when you're moving a full-size vehicle. Even on back roads, if you're maintaining that kind of 80 to 90 kilometers an hour, just kind of cruising back roads, I can easily get down to that 11.5 to 12 liters per 100. So it's great. Even at 130 kilometers an hour, which is 30K over the speed limit on the 401, we were still averaging around 12 liters per 100. So I'm very happy with that. I've not really owned another, well, I own another Toyota Tundra full size, but that was the old 4.7. I've not owned a new modern full size pickup that's not a Toyota, so I really don't know Chev Ram, all that, you know, Ford, all that kind of stuff. But for me, that's really respectable mileage. The amount I drive it, it's very affordable to drive. You know, I put a tank of fuel in every couple of weeks, and so it might be what, $300 or $400 a month to drive this thing. But here, the fuel just went down, which is good, but it's a full-size truck, and I'm still averaging good fuel mileage, better than some, you know, SUVs, probably better than some Tacomas, really, if I'm honest, and much better than the old 5.7. As much I like the 5.7, please don't bag me for talking bad about the 5.7. I'm not really. I like that engine. I was just happy to get into a new Tundra that was going to give me better fuel mileage. And again, I'm trusting the process in this twin turbo V6, and I've been very happy with the powertrain so far. I love the engine. I love the transmission. It's quiet. Of course, I've not owned it that long, but everything has been spot on so far. I love it. I love driving it. I look forward to driving it. I love driving it distances. It's not fuel hungry, so like we can take it on that trip from here to Toronto, say, is like 4 hours. And it's not like, oh, I'm going to spend so much money in fuel. It's a good vehicle to travel distance. We love it. I went down to Baltimore. We took my wife's little Scion hatchback instead because it was really good on fuel, and it's older. And I was parking downtown Baltimore, and I didn't know, I didn't really want to leave this where I didn't know where I was going to park. It ended up that the parking spots were great. They were right next to the stadium. I went to see my favorite soccer team play, and it would have been fine. But anyways, we took that, not this, so I didn't go that far. But I've traveled to, like, you know, Niagara Falls, which is about 5-6 hours away in this, and it just hunkers down, gets great fuel mileage, and tons of room. Like, my mother-in-law has a RAV4, and there is more room in the back seat of this than there is the RAV4. It's awesome. I just love it. I keep stuff underneath, like, you know, year round. I keep, you know, my straps, my hitches. There's a small tarp, I think, in there. There's a bathing suit, my daughter's sweater in case she got cold, you know, stuff like that. And then there's the other side too. So for me, it really works well as a truck, a daily life truck. Right now I have the tonneau cover on. I cut a piece of cedar here, right here. This actually came from my cedar bush. I cut it, and now I can put it in these, like there. So when I go get gas or whatever, I can kind of hold them there, and it's not such a pain in the butt when you're taking jerry cans or groceries or anything else. It could be much higher, of course. So that was just what I had. Anyways, still loving the truck. Just absolutely loving it. The one thing I still am waiting on, and they contacted me the other day, is the front tow hooks I'm going to put on, which I would totally admit is like one of the only major drawbacks of this truck. But we fixed that problem. I have them on order. They're hoping they'll be here by October, so maybe another month or so. And they look super easy to put on. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Those of you who care, questions are great. This is just me living honestly with this vehicle. I drive to work. I use it as a family vehicle. Like I said, it's dirty inside. This is not like a princess. I use this vehicle. I don't abuse it, but I love it, and it's mine. So I hope that's an honest review of maybe what some people will want, just to have a vehicle that they hope to keep a long time, and just, you know, treat it as their vehicle. Again, this is not one of those trade-in in 2 or 3 years. I mean, if they offered me crazy money and put me in a new one, maybe, but I'm not looking for that deal tomorrow. So I love the color. I love the truck. And thanks to anyone who cared to watch this. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.